Hi, I want to share with you about the Love Karmic Incense that I just created. As I am going through my experiences in the last couple of months, I have a much better understanding of what really matters on the other side and how things work mechanically. And by implications and inferences, I begin to understand many different things related to the primary important thing that happens between life and death. So, what begins to dawn upon me as an understanding is the causation that carries between lives and things that causes people to fumble in love. And part of it is how many people, no matter what they do, don't seem to be able to resolve their love issues. And out of concern for the people who I've worked with, and some of them are really wonderful people, and as a result, they have tried their best to do whatever they can, but somehow it simply doesn't work for them. And at the same time, all I'm actually watching and observing is how external circumstances don't seem to help them inside this endeavor to find love. So as I look deeper into the cause of it, I realize that there might be something which is beyond our current lives that has caused that. And I was looking into what could have been there karmically for a person to resolve in terms of love. So when a person does something bad or nasty in love situations, so there are directs and there are indirects. So let's talk about the direct ones first. So when a person deliberately hurts another person who is their lover or their spouse or their partner, then they create a different kind of pain, and it's actually much much deeper than the usual stuff, because the ones that we hurt the most are the ones that we are the most vulnerable to. And there is nobody who's closer to us than the people who we declare a love relationship in, somebody who's our spouse or our chosen partner. And so any deliberate pain inflicted upon that has many different components of it. One, there is a certain viciousness involved, there is a certain falsehood involved, and there's a certain level of betrayal involved, not only to mention the hurt as well as the traumas. And in my experience of coaching and working with people, when a person suffers from a trauma in love, whether it's going to be somebody in their family or somebody who is their chosen partner, it creates a really, really huge damage. And it is really, really hard to work it out. And it does set the person back in many different ways. And as I looked deeper into it, the realization was that if a person can't fall in love, then there's something that's stopping them from that, almost as if they don't deserve it. And so as I looked deeper into the cause, I realized that there was a part of it, a component that's related to the karmic debt itself, where previous infliction of wounds or damage to the people who you loved or you profess to love is coming back and stopping you from being able to go into love relationships in a good way. So this is about resolving that debt that you owe all the past lovers that you have hurt, you have damaged, you've wounded, you've betrayed, you have jilted or dumped or murdered, and to get your way, whatever that might be. Some people choose money over love in spite of having dedicated themselves through a promise that you eventually break. So there are so many levels where it goes wrong. And love is a very powerful tool for most people. It is a very powerful validation of their existence because somebody in this world truly accepts you. And as a result, it has got a huge implication for the gratification of a person's um, existence in this world. So the indirect way that love gets thrown about is where you make a move to take a lover or a partner, and somebody else is affected by that. Now, although it isn't directly your fault, but there is a chain of events that can be created, and we are often unaware of these chain of events. So an example I can think of is if you pick the lover, but there was somebody else who was interested in that particular lover, and the person is obsessed with your chosen one. Then the person goes insane or psychotic after that and damages other people on the pretext of his chosen one being taken away. So that kind of damage is linked to the choices that you've made, or the decisions that you went down. And while it is not entirely on you, there is a certain ripple effect that comes back to you. So the love karmic incense that the love karmic debt incense is really about using a very directed and targeted form of payment to resolve the issues related to that part of your love equation. So if you've done everything that you can to resolve your love situation, you've worked on yourself, you've become a better person, you've let go of any of the upsets or traumas that you had in relationship to love and relationships in this lifetime, you've delved into the origin of what traps you in your model of what love is, and it still doesn't work. Maybe it is an opportunity to look at a karmic incense site and see whether you can resolve it using the love karmic debt incense. So it is an opportunity to, get some and try and see whether that would help alleviate your situation in love. And may all the people who use it are able to find that their love lives improve, or that they are able to find windows for love which have never been there before. So, yes, you can burn it and make an offering of it if you're already in an existing relationship, because sometimes relationships can be rocky due to things interfering with that. And sometimes we get all these inexplicable urges from within to do things that would damage the relationship for some reason. And part of it is unresolved issues. And the intention of the love karmic incense is to deal with those things so that your love life becomes much, much smoother. So I created it in hopes that it will be able to help you resolve some of your love contentions, and that you get a better love life coming from this. So please give it a shot if you'd like to try it. And I would love to know what kind of wonderful results you get from that. Okay, take care and have a lot of love.